Or maybe I'm just jaded. Maybe we've read the lore too many times. Maybe nothing really changed. We've just like our palette changed. Who knows? Maybe it's us. Because we always have to do like these mental exercises, right? Where maybe it's not GW that's changed. Maybe it's us that's changed. Maybe too much Warhammer has warped our soul to the point where we cannot recognize the actual lore anymore. GW gatekeeps smart lore enjoyers and panders to loud idiots that will never care. The thing is that the loud idiots who like memes, the memes have to attach themselves to something, right? They're like barnacles in a way. So you have like a whale, and the whale is what actually keeps things moving. They're the meat. They still need actual good writing to stick on. Like otherwise, there's no point. They'll just leave because it's just not funny anymore. There's nothing to even talk about. Even like bad lore or bad meme needs something to attach onto. They need some kind of like reaction in the mind. The meme lords and the gooners, that one that can depict barnacles as at least only stop some of the momentum but don't completely kill the organism. But at the end of the day, they still need something to attach to. You can't kill the whale and then expect like the barnacles to stick on. So it's like, okay, you keep writing these funny, like weird, like books and lore that does not really go anywhere. And eventually you're gonna kill it, I feel. I mean, there's a lot to be said, like with the old lore, where even if the old lore does not really move that much, like even if it does not move that much, it still feels really full. Whereas nowadays we get like a lot of new lore, but at the same time, things feel kind of empty. You ever heard the term rabbit starvation? Where someone eats too much rabbit protein meat too much and they end up starving because rabbit meat does not offer that much nutrient, it's too lean. And so I feel it's almost kind of like that, whereas the analogy will be like the new lore has no actual like there's no actual nourishment to it, to the overall setting. And so there's a lot of it, we're chewing on something. But it's, at the end of the day, it offers like no nourishment. Yeah. Or maybe I'm just jaded. Maybe we've read the lore too many times. Maybe nothing really changed. We've just like our palette changed. Who knows? Maybe it's us. Because we always have to do like these mental exercises, right? Where, you know, maybe it's not GW that's changed. Maybe it's us that's changed. Maybe too much Warhammer has warped our soul to the point where we cannot recognize the actual lore anymore. It's funny how you brought up history, because I feel like a lot of the larger Warhammer people, they do not really read history. Maybe except for Arch. I think Arch appreciates history. But I feel like there's like a certain way that you cannot enjoy... You can't enjoy Warhammer much the same way if you do not have some kind of historical knowledge. Things become like a lot more funny. Especially with the old lore. The newer lore, yeah, one of the things missing from the newer lore is that they do not have that historical nuance. And even if it's not even historical based, right? Even if it's not historical based, I still wish there's like a layer of that force organization autism put into the writing. And that's actually one good thing. That's one good thing they did with the Armageddon book. With the Crusade Armageddon book. Was that they actually did like try to build up like a force organization chart for both sides in one of the pages. I think it was page 17. I specifically asked someone to look it up for me. And so you see like the number of heretics on the field, who's under what's warband, who's leading who, and there's like little inquisitorial notes about which warbands are more dangerous, what information they have. I think that's all really immersive, and like charts like that kind of tell a story without telling a story, right? Like for people who want to engage, information like that sort of sets things out, sets up an image in your mind more than really flowery language. Like instead of saying, you know, with theater kid language saying, oh, there's countless Imperial Guardsmen you know, coming over the horizon and all that. You just have like a piece of paper that says like 200 regiments have been deployed and 30 regiments have been expanded. There are now like 600 Lehman Russes available, and there's like 100 Baneblades on route. We need more force organization charts, and we need more Imperial Armor, goddammit. We need like an actual book that explains like current technology. I was talking to Light about this. We need actual books that talk about current technology in 40k. Like all the new shit that came out, they actually need to explain some of that. The specs of the repulsor tanks or the gladiator tanks, like they do with the old land speeders, where they actually gave like the top speeds and the armor thickness and the ammunition carried and max load, and like some short stories about the deployment, right? Almost it's like a Wikipedia page. It doesn't need to be too in depth, but it needs to be at least as long as like a Wikipedia page, I feel like. And it's kind of sad that we don't even have that. And what's even more sad, right, is that it's not even a lot of effort. It's just really some guy who knows what he's doing sitting down for half an hour. Like, he just has to sit down for half an hour and just make shit up. Because none of this is real in the first place. It's all fiction, right? This is all fantasy. It's all sci-fi fantasy. He can just literally make shit up. But they don't even do that. They don't even give you the benefit of that. To make it more cool. To make them more money to sell more models. Yeah, so the Wraithbone change is worse than not giving enough information. You're deliberately poisoning the information at this point. You're poisoning the lore. It's lore poison. This guy came out pretty well for the basing. I'll probably leave this overnight because the paint, the layer shrinks a little bit as it dries.